looking at the bans coming from MDH, right? And then looking at the bans coming from Incendio, I could smell a link coming up. But then again, you know, Hilda is wonderful to counter against that that link. But as well, from the side of MDH, they need to ban away the Hilda because you also want to protect your Hayabusa during the earlier part of the game. But because, you know, MDH doesn't pick up the Eve early on in the draft, you're going to expect Incendio's never going to let that go.
I wonder if MDH is considering either a Farsa or maybe even a Xavier. The thing with, or Lilia, I mean. Lilia is a hero that you don't give really a good ultimate to the Valentina as much as you would like an Eve or a Farsa. And that's also true with the Xavier. So instead, it's going to be Lolita. As we expected earlier on, it's going to be great versus the Leslie. You understand why they took that up. Oh, they pick it up quick.
Wow. And the S-2 in for Incendio Supremacy. They pick up that Martis. That's going to be so good up against this composition that wants to technically CC you down. Need my help on that Xavier. All right, we've got our draft set. Need my help is going to be very careful here because last time we saw Incendio play the Grok, Alien went for Weapon Mastery and all he did was flicker to the mid laner and the gold laner.
Yeah, I feel like the last part of the draft was very rapid fire. Feels like Incendio and MDH, before entering the banning phase, they know what they're going to go for. So expect them to be comfortable in talking about execution. But in terms of the team composition, Wolf, what are each team good at?
You know, late game is definitely what MGH wants to go for. They want to make sure that the Xavier as well as the Claude is going to output the damage. But when it comes to like the actual composition, if it's a head-to-head, I think that the team fight will definitely be favoring Incendio Supremacy. This is the Turkish ube that we saw during the group stages. We call it Turkish Delight in the Tagalog stream when I was casting there. But I don't think that it's a thing in internationally, but at least in the Philippines, it's a thing. Turkish Delight, right?
You know what? Let's bring it to the English desk. Going for the Ube strat as well. It is going to be Incendio going up against MDH in game number 1. First, this is a best of 3, mind you. So first team that wins will definitely gain that momentum.
And so far, we've seen that the first game really matters a lot, especially considering both these teams run on momentum too. In the XP lane, Alien already with the help of Apex 47 dealing a whole lot of damage. Flicker very early on. Not even a minute has gone by, and that's a massive battle spell already.
Yeah, another thing to highlight as well, Wolf, you were mentioning Alien is holding on to that weapon mastery as well. So expect Alien to just go full damage drop, and MDH will need to brace themselves. That wild charge may not be just only an engage tool, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, this is a weapon master drop. By the way, this is the 3rd time that Incendio did this, and it seems like what the King actually did is a response to what Incendio has been doing for the past 3 games when they're doing the XP lane Grok. Because what he did was to sacrifice his battle spell so that at least he'll get 2 minions, because the Grok blocking the lane in the XP lane is actually difficult to deal with if you don't sacrifice anything. So this is like actually MDH correcting the laning stage against Incendio Supremacy.
Yep, right now, TNZ on the other side of the map, the turtle will be spawning at the bottom side instead. It is also a 2-1-1 composition coming up from both these two teams, prioritizing on protecting their marksmen to get them up to standard, up to the items. But here we go, Nart finding Apex in the jungle.
47, Apex 47 is down. First blood over to Joga from MDH. Vietnam coming back strong here in the knockout stage. Already starting with a pretty good lead. Turtle control is not going to be for Incendio for now, but you can already see the movement from Rosa trying to get that mid control back in.
Yeah, at least Apex 47 was able to go back into helping and supporting the team fight later on at the Turtle stage. But then again, MDH being the late stage part of the team, Incendio on the other hand, I think they cannot give too much resources. But Joga already chunking down that turtle.
Turtle number 1 already very low. Oh, you can see it now. Numina Blast pops in. Tianzi is able to steal it away. That's gonna be the King knocked up, taunting up 3 members. The Dawning Light not dealing enough damage just yet. The King! Oh my goodness! A massive Appraiser's Wrath to turn the tides. But Rosa is still healthy. Takes a kill back in for Incendio. That was so much damage.
The King came. He literally landed down that big sword, but Rosa,
Rosa.
1 HP.
Rosa!
Rosa!
My goodness, Incendio as well as MDH, they're really bringing out the big guns. Wonderful flank coming out from Rosa, who stole the ultimate coming out from Nart. He copied the Lolita Aluminum Glass and had a great angle from the backlines. That's why Tianzi was able to snatch the turtle, because it was at the right moment when the retribution was already on the threshold that they can take the turtle. That gave the advantage to Incendio Supremacy. And unfortunately for MDH, Need My Help didn't have the Savior ultimate in that case. He had to wait for a few more seconds. That's why they didn't have as much damage as INC.
Oh, Joga is looking at TNZ right here. Shuriken would not be able to land for now, but then because MDH pushes TNZ away, Incendio is putting so much pressure on the top side, which is where Sunshine is. They want, both these two teams, they really want to get the marksmen up online as quickly as possible, but then again, Joga going in.
That's a shadow kill popped in onto Rosa, who's still able to get out. Again, both teams pushing the pace, but it's only 3 kills on the board.
It's not too far away, Mirko. Like right now, but hold on.
Mobilization coming in, Numenon Blast charged in. Rosa gonna be stunned up with Apex. Nart finds a massive stun, and it's followed through very, very well by MDH. 3-1, and hey, last time most of the talents predicted RSG, they lost. Now,
Mirko,
most of the
don't bring
talents
it up.
are predicting Incendio.
Why are you bringing this up? In the meantime, it is going to be Incendio. They need to put some pressure on Joga, but here we go.
Alien versus the world, knocked up, stunned up, but has the wild charge to get out.
When you see a Grok doing that as a defensive, it doesn't look good, right?
Yeah, 3 members of MDH have physical damage, and with the Weapon Master Grok and the XP lane, he's very tanky against those heroes.
The King, again, in the front lines, getting the HP back in, and that's
way.
Alien!
He's so tanky!
Finds the turtle! Joga jumps in with the quad shadow and the shadow kill, but it's Tianzi who finds the kill back. Rosa stole it away. Nart now gonna be the target down, as that's gonna be the sustainability from Incendio. Tianzi finding a double kill with the decimation.
The double kill decimation on top of TNZ is going to allow him to snowball out of control, and that's exactly not what MDH want to do. They have a very strong control in the early part of the game, but they let it go.
Knowing the Grok is just with 2 Legion Swords and a Fury Hammer with the Weapon Master, is very tanky against physical attack, and he even dodged the Savior attacks. The moment that you saw the Power of Nature, you have to avoid that because that's gonna hurt. Even just the first kill of the Grok at this point is going to tear down the defenses of MDH, who apparently only has 1 physical defensive item, which is on the Lolita, and that's not gonna be enough.
Yep, the Leslie has already had the Berserker Fury. That is a big item housed by Incendio, who's already starting to get the necessary items to basically scale out of control. MDH need to find some way to stem that bleed, but TNZ is already hard invading.
All right, I have a question. How much damage does Alien do with the first ability? Because Joga did not even get a chance to retreat. That was just all Alien.
Exactly. I think it's, if I would guess, it's
South of the
1.6k. Yeah.
What?
At that point, early on, that's actually a lot.
That's a retribution.
That's a retribution, basically.
It's like it reminds me of the Bauman, right? You use your ultimate and the retri that's like double retri, but now Incendio, you know, Alien on that. But hold on a second, they really want to try to force this.
Numenon Blast charged in. That's a sandwich play by Tianzi under the turret. Finding 1. Joga looking for the quad shadow. Sunshine flickering out. Has that sustainability to help him out. TNZ is going to be able to find the decimation. Teleports back. It's a disaster for MDH. It's a double kill for TNZ. And they're looking to capitalize onto the first turret up in the gold lane.
TNZ is building a snowball out of the dead bodies of MDH. Incendio, on the other hand, is just so strong against MDH. I thought there was a chance for MDH, but then Incendio snuff it out.
And they get the turtle, they get the turret up top too. In fact, inching the lead out to what? Maybe 6,000 gold up at this moment. You're gonna have to hand it to INC. This Turkish delight strategy with their Estes is just so good.
It's not a delight.
Oh,
Man, look
my
at that! Alien
goodness.
jumps in with a wild charge. Oh my goodness, the healing comes in clutch too. The King unable to find the Appraiser's wrath. And again, I do believe it's not a Turkish delight because MDH are not enjoying it.
Oh, they're not enjoying it, definitely. The moment that you see someone not dying for INC, the sustain is gonna be there. So MDH, the only way for them to engage is to get a pick off. All in on 1 hero, eliminate that. The moment that you don't get a lethal initiation against Incendio, you're in big trouble because now you have overextended. They can easily punish, and there's no team fight for you afterwards.
The worst part is, just take a look at MDH, the state of their map. It's looking very dire. On the other hand, Incendio, you know, they've got all the defensive structures up. They have all the time in the world. MDH is not allowed to scale all the way to the later parts of the game. But even with the Claw, take a look at the items. Golden Staff as well as the Demon Hunter Sword already built. Plot is already online, but it's just MDH unable to find the initiation.
I have to ask you this question again, Wolf, right? We mentioned this during the draft. MDH likes to go for the late game draft. Alien, not taking any damage, just walks back. Absolute Chad gets the wild charge too. And the King's gonna be the one who has to back off. My goodness, but back again. Early game comp from Incendio. MDH with the late game comp. Can they withstand the storm?
Oh, if they do a mass damage onto Need My Help and they keep them alive, maybe there will be a chance. And Joga, unfortunately, he picked up the Hayabusa against a team that likes to play the Estes. And Incendio Supremacy will now be separating themselves from each other. The only outlier might be the Grok Alien, which is a physical defensive beast. So to answer your question, it will take a lot of mistakes from Incendio Supremacy for MDH to win it in the late game.
But if you're on this stage right now, you do not want to bank on your enemy's mistakes. You want to be the one that's creating opportunities, right, guys? But from the side of the Claw, I'm looking at him. He needs to try to find the backline. But then again, it's just the Apex 47 just shut down every single plan that MDH have.
Incendio technically don't have a back line. Sunshine, you could mention Sunshine, but hey, he's always in the middle, not the back. The person at the back is actually Apex 47, who now already has the immortality. It is a free Lord. 9 minutes in towards Incendio. 7.7 thousand gold lead, and MDH again, like you mentioned, Wolf, they need to bank on a mistake at this point.
See, if you see a Grok like with a first skill, dealing what 2.6k damage on
Illegal.
I'm out of here. I'm not playing.
Gonna
this
get
anymore.
out of there. I think he's building up. He already has Pepsi, so
Oh my God.
with wild charge from the bush, he is gonna pack up a punch.
A punch? You mean getting knocked up in the
Is
air?
that what you call a punch in the Philippines?
no,
That is not a punch.
That's not a
not a
punch. Because Incendio right now, they're marching down with that Lord on the top side. MDH, you saw, even with Xavier, the items, it's not enough damage to do anything at all. The ultimate just barely tickles the Lord, not even trying to steal that Lord away.
Oh man, it just, again, so hard for MDH right now. They want to scale up, but they're not given any room to play with. Tianzi walks up, can take all the damage, can get stunned up, but it doesn't matter. He's on a Martis.
It's just so hard to watch, ladies and gents, especially from the side of MDH right here. Incendio already setting up the siege for now. It's going to be the top side. The Lord's already marching in. Sunshine can attack from a long point. Yes, there's a scout, but it's only stating the obvious. MDH and Incendio is obviously leaning towards the top side.
What a godly lane freeze here. They utilize the
Oh
Grok
my God.
so that they'll be able to easily take some of the outer lanes, and now they have the Lord on their side up top.
Well, one thing that MDH has going for them is that high ground. Alien! With the flicker onto Nart. That's the cancel, and that will give them the free base turret. The King gonna be caught in the middle of that fight. It's still a good defense by MDH. It looked super good for Incendio, but MDH, wow, again, that high ground power is working out for them.
Man, MDH, that could have gone so worse. Look at the Dawning Light, just barely tickles Incendio right now. They're so far ahead. Sunshine's already taken up top. It's going to be a fight.
That's the sustainability right now as Tianzi jumps in, disrupting everything. Gonna be taken down. Tianzi was waiting there for the BMI. Now it's gonna be Need My Help, who's gonna have to back off. Apex 47 smacks. Nart falls. The King now gonna be able to actually get back to the base. No minion waves, but it just might look like Incendio will end the game. 12 minutes in, the wall placed in to stop the minion waves from crashing. The King still in front, trying to buy some time before that's gonna be the Mystic Field popped in by Sunshine. A Decimation does not care about the sustainability of the Frenchman. Incendio secure game number 1. Match point.
Incendio Supremacy showing us the Turkish delight. And MDH is finding it way too spicy. This game, a little bit shaky for Incendio in the early game, but MDH just lost it around the mid game.
They had so much sambal today, I can see. They have incinerated the stage, essentially. It looks very, very, how to say this? There's a lot of flair, like you saw in that last sequence of events. A wild charge to cancel the Numinum Blast. A stolen Numinum Blast to get the last hit onto a Lolita who has a bulwark.
They were all just fighting for the TikTok moments, dude.
I agree.
It's just so hard to watch, especially that that sequence of abilities, right? It's just like, just. You think you have the Numinum Blast? No, it's mine now, and I'm gonna cancel yours. And that is the power of the Valentina first pick. That's also the power of Big Rock going with the Weapon Master.
Coming out from Incendio Supremacy is more than just the hero versus hero matchup. Even the map control that you saw coming out from Elian is very well fought. Level 1, they freeze the lane, utilizing the Grok Guardian's barrier so that they will have a better lane matchup versus the Frederick X lane. Late game, they control the Lord so that every lane will come together and they will have an easier push. This is a well thought of draft coming out from Incendio Supremacy. I will not be surprised if the Grok will be banned next game.
Man, the Grok needs to be banned, but we also got to give a special shout out to Secret Lab, the official gaming chair partner of M4. This chair is looking really nice, by the way. I'm taking it home. We're talking about a built-in lumbar support system that you can adjust to your spine, an incredible magnetic memory foam head pillow, and a brand new fabric in all sorts of colors and designs. The Secret Lab Titan Evo 2022 gaming chair is designed to keep everyone seated in incredible comfort for a long time. Of course, apart from that, we also have the M4 Pass.
Absolutely, man. The M4 Pass is available right now. So hop on your Secret Lab and complete all active tasks, and you guys will be able to reach level 75 at ease. Currently, I'm level 51, despite being casting all day. Oh, you're level 51 too. Hey, shout out. By the way, LaFell level 15, caught lacking. Anyway, free. Log in now. Exclusive rewards like the Beatrix Light Chaser skin, the Beatrix Stellar Brilliant skin, and the M4 Beatrix figurine. You can see right here on the desk are awaiting you back at home. Hashtag Mobile Legends Bang Bang, hashtag MLBB M4, and hashtag Dare to be Great.
And of course, M4 Battle Night goes live this January 21st as well, so expect a loads of events and rewards up for grabs in the game. First off, complete battle task in the game on January 21st to get a skin code of skin choice chest, not a skin code, but then that Stellaris Gold skin is something that I really want to work towards too, and you can choose the skin you like most from that very chest. Aside from that, battle bonus awaits you on the same day, so playing matches and you will get team star protection for 3 matches. Not enough for a best of 2. Double star, more than enough for a best of 2. Double star raising points, double protection points, double EXP, and double BP for 5 matches. Enough for a best of 5. We are not stopping there as well. Free access to all the heroes and loads of epic skins will also be available on the same day. So, save the date, put it in your calendar, log into the game on January 21st, and enjoy the match and win tons of rewards. And let's all celebrate M4 Championship together, including with your friends.
Go ahead, check it out, because man, those are a lot of rewards, man.
January 21st, save the date.
Save the date.
Yeah.
But here, Jays, I think we're going to throw it to the analysts.
Yeah, we do have to throw it back to the analysts soon. Of course, it's going to be Dave, Leo, and Gideon. Please help us clarify what went well for Incendio.
It's clear that the Turkish came to play. They are threatening elimination against the Vietnamese. Match point for Incendio Supremacy. This is Assassin Dave, that's Gideon Q. I'm Leo, and we're going to be talking about game number 1. Starting with the draft, I really appreciate how Incendio really thought this out well, because I think when we were watching, you guys will agree, that first phase, that Leslie, I was of 2 hearts. I was like, that seems to be too soon, but they completely won out as soon as they got that Martis and Leslie.
Absolutely. I think, designing the draft like that, and especially faking out the Frederick, making all the difference with the anti-crowd control. And I mean, pulling up the stats here, and Dave, you got to tell me what's happening here, because overall, we were talking about, maybe this Leslie, it's not the way to work.
Yeah, when I first picked Leslie, I had my doubts as well, especially with the season. This is a full Wu-Bei strategy, UBE going in. But at the same time, the other side has Lolita, right? MDH draft seemed okay. But Rosa, this guy is built different gaming. The entire game, he copied Lolita Numinum's Blast, his ultimate, and just win him. We saw a better mid lane who's playing Lolita. That is insane.
Yep, and by setting up that Estes, I meant the Estes and the Martis in the later half, essentially they shut down MDH's early game plans. It was so hard to beat Joga in this game.
I think, overall, you say that, Joga, it's tough, of course. But even more so, it was supposed to be Frederick that had to go into the jungle. They eventually had to give it over to King, considering the lineup. So that made it even harder, and things just spiraled out of control. And Incendio Gaming showing and living up to their name. They want the supremacy. They want to dominate.
And let's take a look at the stats. Rosa has 92% kill participation, same as Apex 47, 100%. Meanwhile, coming to the other side, despite the fact Me My Help taking down the Xavier, the character is supposed to have global presence, but yet he only have 67% kill participation on that.
I think a lot was hedging on the fact that Need My Help needs a lot of time. And this being a 12-minute game, Incendio Supremacy just had a clearer vision of how to execute from early, mid, to late. And again, just in the draft alone, big picture, right? You have a Claude, you have a Savior, and you have a Hayabusa that needs to snowball. There's a lot that's contradicting already in the lineup that MDH brought out.
Personally, for me, I think, late game compositions are just slowly starting to fizzle out. It just takes too many resources to make something work. And if you are going to be playing for the later stages of the game, it has to be dedicated to one person and not multiple. There just aren't enough resources on the map for a 12-minute game.
Absolutely. Hayabusa, Claude, and Xavier, just a little bit too much for them to take. If they would have opted to go with something like Eve, it could have turned out to be a lot better in that game. So in going to game 2, MDH going to change their strategy. We shall find out.
Yep. For MDH, it's a matter of time, so they only have so much. Again, literally just one game away from elimination. And who's responsible for that? Well, a majority of it on the shoulders of our MVP. We're going to have to give it over to TNZ. I have to stress this out. There's two kinds of MVPs, right? The setup and the payoff. He was both. You have great setup as a Martis, you're CC immune, you have a good amount of CC yourself, and then you have that Decimate, you just go off. And he built a hybrid Martis.
Absolutely. It does show that the base damage as a Martis is something to be very aware of, because all he needed was a Hunter Strike. He's building in towards his next item, but he can decide what he wants. Does he really want to get a Curse Helm? Does he want to go to Blade of Despair? Or even Malefic Roar? That's up to him. It really allows him to play flexibly.
Yeah, and I just want to give the highlight again to all the team that supported and make this happen. That Estes really shined to make the Martis, where TNZ is able to do whatever he wanted across the map without worrying about dying, right? The blessing of Moon Goddess is way too much on the healing there.
I'm telling you, this team is slowly molding themselves into the Turkish delight that's really going to sway your opinion and join the dark side of Turkey.
Yeah, and again, I love how you put up the fact first, Dave, that it's off of Apex 47's amazing Estes, combined with him, TNZ, prioritizing the tough boots. You're safe and you're clear from CC, at least from the early game. Yeah, that 30% CC reduction helps a lot. And then, again, you can build up between Hunter Strike, you move on. You want to be more aggressive, you want to be more defensive, and I think that's what made TNZ all the more worthy of the MVP. He was able to make the right decisions, and in the first 5 minutes, which again, was basically half of this game, it's 12 minutes, he was all over the map. You don't expect this kind of heat map from a hero like Martis. You're expecting more of this from a Joy, from a Ling, from all those mobility-based heroes, but not TNZ, not as Martis.
No, absolutely not, especially when he's hovering around his orange buff very often. But notice the hottest spots on the map, towards the turtle side, towards the bottom side, as well as we look to the top, that river crab as well. He's looking for opportunities to apply pressure, especially when he's purposefully getting seen by the enemy support.
Now, I like this heat map. It shows exactly how aggressive he's playing. He's serving the traditional tank role of discovering vision, getting the information on the opposition side, and providing to the team. And given that his entire team is following him up, it goes back to once they have the information, you have to pay attention to Rosa in the next game. The setup was too much. Now, I want to say, when they first picked Valentina, it was a little bit, okay, Eve's still on the table, like what about the early game? But he proved me wrong. Now, game 2, I'm looking forward to the Rosa, the star of the match.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure that's a true for MDH as well. But now they have to get into the game once more, reset and redeem themselves. Let's throw it over to the desk. What do y'all think?
Thank you very much. It is going to be Leo, Gideon, and Dave as well. Thank you very much for the analyst. I think I agree with you guys with regarding of Tienzi. He's basically an invisible threat everywhere, and that's exactly the kind of jungler I would want on my team.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of moments where he was actually able to steal the turtle, right? Even early on, just walking up like an absolute Chad. That goes to everyone, though. Everyone on Incendio, they were just Chads. Even Alien, who was chunked a bit low, 2v1, no, just walks out of there.
I think that we saw like he went for damage build and then Oracle because he knows that he doesn't need to sustain himself because there is Apex in a way, the Estes, the Turkish Ube / Delight that we saw. So all he had to do was to build up on damage.
Yep, not only just that, in order to look like an absolute cool Chad walking around, doing a lot of damage to everybody out there. Never go out in style when you wear endgame with Gank, a lifestyle fashion brand made for the modern gamer and is also the M4 World Championship official merchandise partner. Grab the M4 merchandise at www.gank.asia today or scan that QR code. And apart from that, I know we stress this a lot. M4 Pass is available now. Go get it. Complete all the active tasks you have. You need to reach at the very least level 75, and it's going to be very easy, right? And all you have to do is go on now and unlock the exclusive rewards such as the Beatrix Lights Chaser, Beatrix Stellar Brilliance, and M4 Beatrix figurine are waiting for you. I remember one of us already got the Beatrix figurines already, right? And it looks really stylish right there. We're definitely going to try to take that home if we are allowed to.
Oh, sorry, man. I was just distracted. Look at that. It's so good.
It looks really good. Like if the next day, if you guys don't see a chair, you guys don't see that, you know where to find me. I'm probably going back as well.
Don't reveal our strats.
Don't reveal our strats, man. Similarly to how both teams right now are going to have to come up with new strats, and they definitely don't want it revealed up until they actually win.
Yeah, definitely. For now, it is Incendio Supremacy who already have revealed the hand, but not everything just yet. What we do know is that they do like to play the Estes. They do like to play the Grok. By the way, I saw the coach of Incendio Supremacy bonding with Oh My Venus just a few minutes ago. I saw a post. So maybe they took some notes from
Is that
the
where
queen.
the Estes came from?
Maybe.
Yeah, allow me to copy your homework a little bit, and then after that, change it up a little bit. Change it up a little bit. Here you go, Turkish delights, right? But of course, I'm not hating about Incendio, friends. I mean, as long as it works, it works, and that's what gonna allow you to stay in the lower brackets. Do whatever you have to do. Same goes to MDH as well. I think this is the time where you really don't have to save any strats anymore. We know what you're gonna do. Give us something amazing, give us something wow, so that Incendio Supremacy, they're not ready for it.
Was game one wow?
Game 1 was definitely wow, at least for me. Well, surely if you're an MDH esports fan, it will not be that wow for you. It was more of an oof. With your Incendio, if you are looking for more flavor in the international scene, in the world stage, you're very happy for what you saw from Incendio Supremacy. Not much of a difference from what they did in the group stages. This one more refined though. One thing that I'm scared about is what if their Grok is going to be banned by MDH Esports? What do they still have in the table?
I think MDH definitely needs to take away that Grok because that Grok is way too nutty. You saw how Ibusa is just landing down Shadow Kill for absolutely free, and the Grok is just like walking away, pretending to walk away, and then came back for a re-engage.
Exactly.
But speaking about re-engage, both these two teams will need to face each other again as we hop into the draw for game number 2.
All right. You said that they might go for the Grok ban, right? Firstly, we got to see who actually goes for first pick and who's second. There you go. MDH, first pick. Grok ban. It's okay, boom. Down. That's that, man.
Yeah, did they just literally like tell them what to do?
Okay. Kaja is up for grabs. Glue is open as well. There are a lot of heroes now that are open. Carry too. And that's going to be the first pick. The carry, but man, the Glue, the Kaja, both open for the side of Incendio.
And both great against the carry. So I think you 100% go for the Glue this time. And maybe consider something like an early Claude or maybe a third pick Claude. For now, your options will be Valentina and Kaja. It's two heroes that are very good as well for Incendio. And we saw Rosa played that Valentina so well.
You know what else is really good up against the carry? Farsa.
Farsa is also...
Rosa did a really good job on the Farsa in the group stage. I think right now, I don't know about right now, first pick, but it can definitely be the pick later on.
Yeah, I feel like the Farsa is pretty good because your main goal is to land just at least one shot of the feather airstrike on top of marksman, and all of a sudden the marksman just doesn't really dare to enter for the fight. But another hero that I have in mind is that Kaja. What a carry wants to do, I want to fight you close range, and when you're close range, you're susceptible to that abduction from Kaja.
Yeah. Alien returning into the M series, playing for Bedell back in M3, and the only player from them, and of course Paranoid is also a coach from Bedell, and now they're representing their region so well. Are we going to see something like a Faramis for MDH Esports? They haven't picked that up. Oh, they did in game 1 against Malvinas. Decent versus the Glue, but instead they go Kufra, well, they still go Faramis.
Stop it, Wolf! What the heck?
I don't know.
You're on fire today. Not only you. Okay, I'm not
Are
gonna
you
bring that.
MDH's coach? Secretly?
I wish. I wish.
Not
I
only
wish.
you're on the desk when the two regions got okay,
Okay.
I'm not. I don't want to be
Let's
salty
not
about
go
that.
there anyway.
Let's not go there anymore. But Faramis and Wolf being picked up. It also
Dear
so
God,
from the side of
okay.
Incendio, the
All right.
Farsa is going to get picked up. Wolf, man, your predictions.
Your knowledge is rubbed off on me.
Alright.
I got the Farsa, you
Yeah.
got the Faramis. All right, we're cool. Jace,
Cool.
now it's up to you.
I got the Kaja, I think.
Oh, okay, okay.
we're all
right.
cool.
We're all good. We're all cool.
We got the quota done for the day. Lapu gonna be banned though. Does seem like again Incendio want to respect that backline threat. They have a Farsa. Very easy to cancel Feather Airstrike, not like the Eve.
Yeah. Benedetta and Yuzong will be the choices now for Incendio Supremacy. I think I'm favoring the Benedetta ban as it is a hero that can actually win a lane against the Glue in a way, because you can just go to the backlines and be okay. Maybe this is something that MDH Esports will be considering later on. For now, XP should be the priority for bans when it comes to Incendio Supremacy's draft, while for MDH Esports, they're going to be looking for the carry counters that we have. I will not be surprised if it will be the Claude as their last man.
I think apart from the
Hayabusa.
I think
okay.
apart from the Claude that's going to get banned away, the
Yeah.
Hayabusa ban going in from the side of Incendio, I think what Incendio is trying to do is making sure that MDH is not as comfortable as possible. The Martyrs will be removed by TNC.
Okay.
They have no answer to that, so might as well just take it away
Correct.
from Incendio, right? But however, there's another interesting point is that technically speaking, the Faramis is also quite a good counter against that Glue.
Well, you can say that. I think that you can also consider like a Fredrin now. Even when you already have the
Incendio?
Glue. For Incendio, absolutely, because you have your frontliner. Although it might have a little bit of a problem against the carry, but you kind of have to have someone to get into the front lines, because even when you have the Glue as well as the Kaja, you have to have someone in front. Unless they want to go full-on assassin now for Incendio, but knowing the way that they draft, they don't favor that. Maybe something like an Amon will be the
Oh man.
last of their choices.
That's what they picked last time, and okay,
Brody.
I was about to really
Yeah.
hype it up when
Hype
you
it up,
got
but-
that. But Brody comes out. A good choice, with all the marksmans already banned out
Correct,
here. Bea, we saw the 1-1 earlier. Up against the carry, you can go for the Claude, but the Claude
Correct.
is not a good matchup up against the carry.
Yeah, I think the problem is that you go in blatant duel, and then all of a sudden it is going to be the Faramis activating the ultimate, and then all of a sudden, your damage is basically going into the drain, and there you go. I wanted that aim on the side of
I
PNZ,
don't
but
know.
it's going to be MDH taking it away as well. Not only just that, there's also another potential dive coming up from the Benedetta from the side of MDH.
It's just how it is, Mirko. And the Benedetta as well. We talked about this. It's going to be good versus the Glue, at least in the laning stage. That is why they might have picked up the Brody. No, come on, Assassins. No. Wait, please don't.
No way.
No way.
You all saw.
We saw that.
You
We
all
saw
saw
that. You all saw that.
Oh my
If
God.
that
Oh
will
my
be
God.
the
Oh my
case-
God.
Don't, zoom in, zoom in,
Okay.
zoom in.
Okay.
If that will be the case, this is definitely a throwback to what the Ube started with.
I'm going to go for the Ube.
Blacklist Ube loves that.
He's he's going to tap it.
3 seconds.
Ay,
What is it gonna be?
What's it
the
gonna be?
suspense. It's a Leo Mord for Incendio. I thought it was gonna be another Yisun Shin, but nope, it's Leo Mord. Haven't seen this in quite a while, especially after the patch. Up against this composition, up against Amon. Thoughts?
Okay, so a little bit of tankiness in there, just a little bit. But what I like about it is that if you put the opponent very low, and then you pop the Faramis ultimate, right? Eventually, your Oathkeeper passive is going to have a great time because everybody's going to be low after the fact. So you have your burst damage coming out from the far side. You have your sweeper from the Leomord. Eventually, the Brody will be a problem because unlike any other marksman, the Brody is not that concerned about the Benedetta getting in front of you because it's quite tanky. You can go for the stun as well. If you don't get outplayed by the Eye for now, you're gonna deal a lot of damage and stay in team fights.
Yep.
So it kind of makes sense to me. However, this is a much better, well-rounded draft coming up from MDH compared to game number 1. I wonder if their team fight is as good as what the draft promises.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are at match point. Incendio looking to send MDH back home to Vietnam. But will MDH bite back? We have to take a look at game number 2.
They have to bite back, right? It's now or never. If
Yes.
you're MDH, there are no more chances. This is it. It's knockout time.
We're gonna be trying to force the retribution, but already with the leash coming up from the carry, it will be no problem at all for the Amon. And so far, Incendio Supremacy have been clearing the way much faster than MDH. I wonder whether the first rotation it will be. Seems like they are considering the purple buff, but knowing that the Paramis is gonna be a problem, they will just back down.
I feel like Farsa has a really strong early game, right? Your first skill or second skill basically do a lot of damage. You can easily shove the wave and then start to rotate. And to help her rotate even faster, there's always that wing by wings. And I really like how, Wolf, you're talking about they need a cleanup crew.
Yeah.
We're all thinking, Assassin to go back to the backline, clean up, and then move away. Technically speaking, an Amon can only target one person to burst him down. Yes, there's some collateral damage with the ultimate, but I want someone that could consistently go in and clean up. Therefore, that's where the Leomord comes in. So I really respect what Incendio and Supremacy has done, but for now, it feels like a party happening at the bottom side.
Oh, it's a lot of members from MDH.
Yeah, man.
Are they even like trying to concede the early turtle fight? This amount of people that they're deploying here. Nard might be there for the follow, but Apex 47 will not bite the bait.
This is why the glue is meta. So oppressive, and with Rosa coming in, and Tienti out of nowhere with the Phantom Steed just riding along, picking up first blood over in the XP lane.
Yep, just picking up something that he is supposed to do. Basically, that's why I was looking for the cleanup, right? Incendio, what their gameplay is to burst people down and then leave it up for TNZ to clean it up. But now Joga is already landing down as much shots as possible on that turtle, looking to use the ultimate on top of someone. Right now, MDH has to try to forfeit, but oh no, it's enemy Apex walking the wrong way.
Oh, those are the shards. He's going to be able to burst Apex down. Now TNZ caught, has the retreat, picks it up, backs away. It's a kill, traded in over for the turtle.
So Incendio Supremacy bought time because they know that without the purple buff, without the ultimate, Joga will not have that much presence in the turtle fight.
White! Rosa with the airstrike is able to survive, out-damaging Need My Help, and Nart. What?
Oh my god,
That was crazy.
That's the power of the Farsa, right? Basically landing down a feather airstrike right where he stands. But here go another team fight.
That's just the combo coming in. The torn apart memory is going to be able to take the gold laner down. Joga dumps in, but the damage is not enough. Rosa once again able to survive. TNZ coming in, zoning Joga away. Walks up like a Chad. It's just the Chad game. Incendio are Chads.
Turkish Chads. Not even delightful anymore. And because of how Apex and how TNZ just set it up, Sunshine was able to absorb every single turret energy away. And Sunshine is definitely going to get more gold as compared to his counterpart.
You cannot just be complacent if you're MDH. You always have to be on your toes because the moment that we saw the MDH just releasing their grip, bottom lane's already being pummeled down.
Oh, that's a lot of damage onto Hehe. Sunshine gonna be able to pick up a kill here. No, my goodness, Sunshine finds it in the last second. It's a double kill for Need My Help. It's a better trade for MDH. And now, it does seem like in terms of kills, they're getting back into it. Rosa with a feather airstrike, forcing Need My Help to flicker out.
I think you're training a gold laner for a gold laner. I think it's still okay, especially when, Sunshine is only one death, right? And don't forget, Incendio is already, in terms of gold, it's super ahead, especially after Sunshine just landing down the damage on top of the turrets. But let's take a look at the emblems. Anything that Wolf, what do you think is actually popping up for you?
I think the choice coming out from the Brody this time, which is a killing spree.
The Divine Judgment onto Joga. Nart able to save his jungler with the Tyrant's Rage. But just like that, no retribution on Joga. And that means it's a free turtle over for the Turkish Incendio Supremacy.
So timing.
Yeah, the killing spree choice now for Sunshine is totally different from the Brody that we saw earlier on with the Weapon Master, right? So I would assume that there will be a time where Incendio Supremacy will snap and activate that Turkish Delight once again. Maybe the mid game, maybe around 7-8 minutes. We're going to be grouping up together, want to try to outrun MDH and just take the turrets after one another.
Yeah, but it's going to be Nart engaging, bouncing ball onto Apex 47.
It's a good read, but it's only onto the Roamer right now. That's the Phantom Thing with the flanks and the Phantom Airstrike to just melt down the Cold Altar. TNZ with the double, running Nart down. That's the bouncing ball to stop the engage. And Incendio just are happy with a 2-for-0. Backing up for a bit. Nart charging the Tyrant's Revenge, but Alien stops him in his tracks.
Absolutely delightful, right? You can see the power of Leomar right there. Just counteract every single thing that what Need My Help wants to do. Looking at the items, already a Hunter Strike already available for TNC. Not only just the fact that he's going to do a lot more penetration, he's going to have that movement speed buff in order for him to chase down any targets. It's all up to Nart to activate the bouncing ball at the right timing so that TNC doesn't have that follow-up.
And that is why you saw the theory on Leomord, why it can be good against the Faramis, because what you do is that you chunk down your opponents with the Farsa, and when they activate the Cult Altar, they are going to be stunned up because their HPs are low. When the shield has run out, you actually stun them, which is not going to be in favor of the Faramis users. And you saw the Oathkeeper just deal so much damage against the members of MDH after the Cult Altar is done. And it gave a lot of map control now for Incendio Supremacy. Now they're trying to push top.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push top. Sunshine Nart is actually just jumping right in front of Incendio.
It's gonna fall! Oh my god, it's a fadeaway! Nart gets a Tyrant's Rage, but it's all in desperation. Apex 47 is still alive and Sunshine picks up a double. It's a dominant game. Incendio are absolutely steamrolling their opponents.
Incendio is just burning MDH alive, using Sunshine as basically like a siege unit as well. They are so greedy in this one, taking not only just the turtle, but also at the top side. They are so ahead, and MDH need to find some way with Nart, find a good engage, hopefully catching Sunshine.
All right, what can they do, right? If you take a look at the replay here, Wolf, tell us what they could have done better, because it feels like Incendio are just so far ahead.
They're under their turrets. They already have that condition. However, they were pincered. And Nart activated the ultimate quite too late. If it had been an early ultimate usage and just sacrificed himself, it could have been totally different. But MDH are not reading what INC is doing. They're not willing to sacrifice like the smaller pieces so that their late game comp can have a strength in the late game.
Nart jumps in, but it's only to get poked down. Free turret, tier 1 taken down. TNZ with Phantom Steed chasing Joga down. What?
What?
Then the charge just did nothing. Holy moly.
Nothing.
How?
Well, didn't even, it took a shield out, I guess.
Yeah, just that's a big problem, right? The biggest amount of damage as an assassin was just nullified by one shield. That's how far TNZ is ahead against
Radiant Armor.
That's why.
With the Radiant Armor as almost like a second completed item, there is no way Joga can find assassination on his counterpart.
That's very smart if you think about it, because he knows that even when he's not an actual frontliner, Leomord is almost like a frontliner because you're always on the front. You're always trying to fight. Radiant Armor nullifies the Ghost Bursters as well as the damage coming out from Amon. Knowing that he will be in the front lines anyways, so that the others can set up, all he had to do was to sustain. Yes, he does have the Hunter Strike for the damage, but he'll be outputting a lot more attacks because of the Radiant Armor.
Yep, and in order to, he can survive even longer, right? He's gonna stomp down MDH, Feather Airstrike going in. There was also a Lightning Chunk in as well. It's gonna be also the King trying to look for something.
Looking for a Divine Judgment on the other side, and Sunshine just takes the kill. Just no counterplay there. MDH, they tried their best. Well, they did defend the tier 2, but it's all for a kill over the Incendio, and now they have full control of the Lord that just spawned.
Maybe some miscommunications coming out from MDH is definitely not a good move coming out from King. Sure, you have the Petrify. You can take out the Farsa, but with this amount of lead coming out from Incendio Supremacy, you'll easily be punished by your opponents, as we saw in the clash.
I feel like the Benedetta right now, as we're looking at the Lord, basically giving absolutely free over the side of Incendio. I think what the King needs to do is what he's doing right here. Try to split push, try to create some pressure opposite of the map. But at the same time, it's also going to be MDH trying to look over, patrol around the map and try to sneak away turrets as much as possible.
Blade of Despair already picked up by TNZ, together with the Hunter Strike. And the fact that MDH are just getting demolished by the damage output of both the Brody as well as the Farsa. This Leomord is now activated. We have not even talked much about the Kaja and how great it is against the punishment of MDH. So Incendio Supremacy have all of their ingredients together. Their Turkish delight is waiting.
Siege down below. The King, 2 basic attacks. And he's already so low. Remember, Brody, most of his damage comes in from the stacks with the torn apart memory. So if he's able to melt down opponents just like that with 2 basic attacks, man, you're in for a lot of damage. Incendio just picking turrets off left and right, mid, bottom, and even the top side has been taken down. Base turret passive is going to be taken down as well, 1 by 1, as they look to siege down below. The Predator airstrike taking a... What? That's so much damage. Hehe is down to 1/4 of his HP with 1 feathered airstrike shot.
That's the whole point of Rosa, right? Your main goal is to not kill anyone. Your main goal is to have enough damage to push people away. Look at him. He has the clock, he has the lightning trunking, the holy crystal already, definitely going into the divine glaive already. But there you go, conceal play going in. It's going to be Nart charging up.
Oh, Nart not going to be able to find anything here. The Phantom Steed comes in and the divine judgment too. Nart pulled back to the team, but their airstrike pop. They need my help, going to be melted down. 1 HP, he's 1 HP, but he's still able to survive. The base, however, is going to be taken very low. The King going to be immobilized. That's a torn apart memory. The Endless Shard does nothing. Need my help has been slain, and so has MDH. Incendio take it 2-0, clean sweeping. MDH.
Incendio Supremacy showing supremacy in the lower brackets. They will be going up against the next challenger, which is Team Hawk.
Oh, man.
I am lost for words. The aggression that you saw coming out from Incendio Supremacy was because of the fact that they played the early game so well. They knew what they needed to do in the early stages. They have found their openings in the turtle fights. They made sure that the bottom lane is not going to be stomped by the carry and the Faramis. They know what they needed to do. Alien was on point with the laning stage. It wasn't that he was able to stop the Benedetta from getting anything out of the map. But Farsa had his damage output intact, and Leomord played this so well. Everybody is picking up their own weight, and that's the reason why the Turkish are going to advance in the lower brackets.
Man, the representative for Turkey showing delight, showing pain against MDH. It is really a tough game to watch if you're a MDH fan. But congratulations over to Incendio. They will be able to go up in the brackets. But I still want to highlight that part. That Amon ultimate that does absolutely no damage.
Well, it seems like we are going to have our analysts do the deep diving here. So let's throw it over to them.
Whoa! Hold your horses. We're excited as you, but caught off guard a little bit there. But no, we're ready. Welcome to the Analyst Stand. At your service, my name is Leo. This right here is Gideon Q, and this is Assassin Dave. And just as quickly as the camera just jumped onto us, the game ended. I was not expecting such a quick sweep from Incendio Supremacy. Honestly expected more from the Mekong region champion, MDH ESPORTS, but still GG, well played. This was their last game in M4. First off, let's talk about the draft.
Absolutely. The draft already started off a little sus. Like, Incendio was like, hey, we're going to early pick Kaja, even though Yves has already been banned. And you're questioning until the very end. And then you see the Leomord. All of a sudden, the entire composition changes around. If you're below 40% HP, you better not walk up.
Now, I want to talk about the synergy of the draft, right? MDH seems like they're all over the place. You have some people who dive, the Amon, the Benedetta, the Kufra, and then you also need people who lead a lot of PO like carry. Now, when you pick a character like that, you're trying to go with a hyper carry strategy with the carry 1v9 in the late game, but yet that's not something that we got. I gotta say, dude, I was waiting for my FUB, but it seems like the Turkey team, they already finished theirs.
Oh, I was also looking forward to something from the squad from Vietnam. And if there was anything we could say, at least the good, in MDH's draft here in Game 2, was that Amon. I think there was a lot on the back of it, especially given the fact that they can weave in and out, again, use that called alter. But now we see another dilemma. I think we've seen this from teams that played in the past few days of the knockout stage. Having a mid-lane Faramis as your main mage just doesn't quite do it, much like a Farsa or an E does.
Look, honestly, the patches have changed. The nerfs, multiple nerfs stacking on top of the Faramis really makes it difficult because, again, you're expecting his ultimate to protect you from, oh, I'm 40% HP. Oh, drop down the all-call altar. I should be safe. No, absolutely not. And especially with Brody on top of it all as a second layer of insurance.
Absolutely, and Farm is so easy to counter now, right? You have, just like you mentioned, Eve, the Farsa easily taken away counter effectiveness. And let's take a look at the stats of the past game. You can see there, Sunshine 616, the KDA on the entire side of Incendio is insane through the roof. Rosa 4-0-6, 0 death gaming right here.
I mean, I would like to believe that they could have gotten a perfect score overall, but somebody has to dive. That's the problem. When you're looking at both Sunshine and Apex, they're going to be hard focused on, and especially with MDH, the draft that they had, they ended up saying, you know what, we're going to sacrifice pressure down by the mid lane, we have Benedetta by the top side, and therefore we can put all of our marbles down by the gold lane, and unfortunately, we're hoping to see more from Nart. He can't open the doors that wide.
I think that was the plan for MDH, but Incendio picked that up, right? We were thinking between utility junglers in that last pick was not the Leomord initially, at least for us in the back. We were saying, oh, Fredrin's still open. Maybe the Akai if they want to confirm these objectives. But no, Incendio Supremacy faced MDH on their turf. Oh, you want to snowball with the Amon? Nuh-uh. How about we get a very quick Leomord? I didn't even notice this ended in 11.5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Leomord makes so much sense in this particular game because he can just take away the effectiveness of the Faramis, and also he go head-to-head with Amon, and he can one-shot a carry in the late game as well. Leomord is a character, it doesn't matter how many deaths you have or maybe somewhere you're behind, you can one-shot a marksman if you do the combo right. And here we go, we're taking a look of the kill participation here for everybody. Faramis 100%, look at Sunshine, 92% on a marksman.
Yeah, no, I mean, 92% because so much focus was pressed upon him. He kind of didn't have a choice. He had to be a part of things. And honestly, the few assists and a couple of kills that he was able to accumulate in those team fights really sent him snowballing and flying through that gold lane. But my biggest problem right now, when I'm looking at the Amon, what exactly was that plan? And I remember we were talking about it, Dave. We were talking about, like, yeah, he can, like, absolutely destroy the Leomord, and then the Radiant Armor came in, and then all the problems start coming through.
And that was it, right? It spelled doom for MDH. My heart goes out to the Vietnamese, to everyone in the Mekong region, because this was their only representative, right? And MDH now have to take a bow. For Nart, though, he's the only amount of peel. The only way that Incendio Supremacy could be quelled. But I think the Leomord was such a great way to say, no, even that is a non-starter because, again, that passive on Leomord, as soon as he sees someone below a certain threshold, starts critting, and I guess that's what happened here to Nart.
Yeah, my heart goes out to you. Is that how you say his name, actually?
Wait, hold on. I had to make sure that it was exactly 6 because if not, I would get a lot in trouble for this. But overall, like the diversity from the composition seemed like a good idea. It really worked against them. I was hoping to see Fredrin, maybe an Akai coming out from Joga.
Yep, but again, it is what it is. Plans don't pan out, and who takes advantage? The MVP, making the most of the situation. Rosa in mid, even in the group stages, catching the eye of so many fans all around the world. 4-0-6.